This is Andy Omar, and today there's a fabulous traffic going on. And let's talk about something. Road to being in the Philippines. Well, this is a little channel that I've seen the guy Danny Boy and Mark Thornton's channel, Every Man Has a Story.
I have a pretty thick skin, I can take a lot of criticism, constructive criticism.
And the guy seems very genuine, that he loves this girl. He's very nice.
A lot of the comments by your viewers, Mark, they were cruel, man. Downright cruel.
The thing is, when I messaged him about Filipinas loving cameras, he called me a mommy's boy in the basement. And
like I said, I have a pretty thick skin, I work in a psychiatric hospital. I work in two psychiatric hospitals.
He called me, he said one day I'll get money and so I can afford some Nikes. So I really don't know what he's trying to say there. A little racial hint. Anyway.
I have numerous investments that are going to pay me huge dividends till the day I die. So I take that as, that's a positive statement to me. She'll keep Danny around till there's no more money. That's awesome. That means she'll be around forever. That's perfect. Because I'm not going to run out of money.
Danny Boy seems very nice. As I said earlier,
I knew she was married. I met her on a dating website called International Cupid. And on her profile, she put that she was separated.
The thing is that, of course, he only went to the Philippines one time. He only went one time to the Philippines. And he met this girl. He stayed with her for I don't know how many weeks.
You've only seen her 3 weeks in person. How can you do this? Only meeting her for 3 weeks face to face.
But it sure is way less than a year, way less than 2 months for sure. And she has a couple of kids. She's around her 40s.
And I was aware of that. And I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat.
And he spent money, way over 20,000 grand, 20 grand on her, for a new house and everything.
And she put money into the house as well. It wasn't just my money going into, to having it built.
And why do I call him a cook?
Well, I've spent like $3,000, $3,500, and it takes a long time. I filed for the annulment in January of last year.
Well, the thing is that she doesn't like any photos. She doesn't like taking any photos with him or any videos whatsoever. She doesn't like him to post his videos. Why is that? Usually Filipinas love taking photos with another person. Usually Filipinas love the camera.
It wasn't just her idea. It was both our idea.
This one doesn't.
That was the risk that I was willing to take, I love this woman. I love her with all my heart. And I would do it all over again.
And in my experience here living for 11 years in the Philippines, the only girls that do not like the camera are those girls who have a husband or have a boyfriend. Seriously. They have a husband, they have a boyfriend, they're not divorced yet, but the guy's being a coco and he's buying homes out there.
She did all the hiring process. She hired the crew, went out and bought all the materials for the house. She would search for the cheapest materials. She wouldn't go to just one store and be like, okay, yeah, I'll take that for that price. If she went somewhere and she felt like they were overcharging her, she'd go somewhere else. She was trying to save us money.
Oh Lord, man, this guy is really nice, but it's kind of pathetic when you're trying to tell me I'm gonna make money someday to afford some Nike shoes. Really, Danny? Really? You racist piece of shit.
She has not one time ever just come out of the blue and asked me for money for anything. If she needed money for something, it was for building her house. It was for our business. For the annulment.
So, what is it? I'm in mommy's basement, but I see you in that shitty ass fucking apartment there.
As far as her being married, yeah, she's technically married. And she was separated from her husband 2 or 3 years before she met me online.
Supposedly you're a nurse with a nurse salary, but you got a shitty apartment. I mean, I got family who are nurses and all that shit. They do not live in shitty places like that, that's for sure. They have nicer homes, nicer vehicles, and all that. It looks like you've been through a crazy divorce, or a woman really got to you good, or you've been through some child support deal, because damn, none of that money is going to you. So I saw one of his live streams or whatever, and he was talking, one of his videos, and he was talking about how much money does he have. Oh, I have enough money for this, I have enough money for that. Well, this is the thing. Road to being a cuckold in the Philippines. You guys mark my words, a year from now when this fucking corona thing is over and he goes back to the Philippines, he's gonna be living like shit. How much you guys wanna bet? I mean, I'm here at a younger age, you know, at least living a Western lifestyle. Hey, I'm not retired. What did you call those guys? Danny boy? The guys that are living paycheck to paycheck? Really?
But she loves me too, you know, and I guess we'll be crazy together, you know.
Yeah, you're the one living in a shitty ass apartment.
Another person wrote, obviously there are many red flags with this kind of relationship. You know, I can agree. I can agree with that statement.
I know you're a nice dude, man, but that shit sounded way too racist for me, man. All right, peace.
Trolls are going to be trolls, and I understand why someone made those comments.